Hey there, Gary McCarty, Indie Wealth Coach. How you doing today? And we'll take a little bit of time talking to you today about my three bucket system of asset allocation that I work with my clients. Now, this is not my philosophy. This is actually Sir John Templeton's philosophy, but I brought it into my world a little bit and explain it slightly different to my clients to give a little better picture. Now, bucket one is our safety bucket. What do I mean by that? Well, what do we feel safe with? Well, some of us need a car to move to and fro, get to work. If we can't get to work, we can't make money. Obviously, we have to make money to be able to pay the utility bills. So we need to have a bank account. Maybe it's a checking account, maybe it's a savings account, but we need to have some place that we can take the money that we earn so we can pay the bills. What are some of those other bills we have to pay? Well, we have to live somewhere. So, apartment, the house we rent, the house we bought, the house that we live in. You know, that's a bucket one mentality, or as I call it, a container. Now, bucket two is more of an investment bucket. What happens in bucket two is this. We put money in that will make money, or we buy items that we want to resell and make money off of. For example, art. Maybe a car that we want to make money by reselling. Maybe it's a house that we purchase that we want to fix up, or a house that we just feel it's a good investment, so we bought the house at a certain price knowing we're going to make more money on it in the future. Maybe it's our stock portfolio. Maybe it's our mutual funds. Maybe it's investing in gold. Really doesn't matter, but it's the types of things that will hopefully earn us a positive cash flow in the future. So let's look back at container one or bucket one. How do things go into a container? Now, if this is a container that is concealed, there's probably a nozzle, and we take a hose and we stick to that nozzle so we can fill that container up. It takes a little bit of effort to do that. Where on a bucket has an open lid. So actually no lid at all, it's open. So let's illustrate it this way. On our deck, we have a container and we have a bucket. Now we can take the hose and we can fill up the container. We could also take the hose and we could pour into the bucket. Either way, if we're using water as our example, water is going into both container one and bucket two. We can diligently put the hose to container one to start saving for the future, and we can let bucket two be wide open and let it get filled by the rain that comes out. Maybe we can add a little bit of water to bucket two to get it started, so as the rain hits, it doesn't take quite as much rain to get the bucket full because we've seeded the bucket. We've added some water to the bucket prior to the rain. But we've got water in both of these containers. It's warm outside. The sun's beating down on those containers. Which bucket will the sun take away from? Well, we have evaporation with water. So chances are the bucket that is open with no lid is going to be evaporating our water. So our level starts to drop a little bit. Our container can't evaporate because it's enclosed. So that condition doesn't affect container one. Now granted, I have to take an effort to put the hose into container one in order for it to get any water. Where I can let the bucket sit on the deck and wait for the rain, and wait for the rain to fill it up. But what happens if I don't take the water out of the bucket and it starts to evaporate? Was it really my water? I kind of left it out there, didn't I? What if I could take my container, which I've established, and in that nozzle, I could have a relief to bucket two, kind of an overflow relief. So let's say bucket 2 is starting to get full because the rain is falling really, really hard and really, really fast, and the water level gets up to that overflow area. What if the overflow could start to fall into the container? So let's say that that does happen. Next week, the sun's beating down. Will the overflow evaporate? Probably not. And why is that? It's because it's stuck in the container. Let me ask you a serious question. How is your financial life set up? Is your financial life set up to where your container is established, or is all of your concentration going into a bucket? I'd like to sit down and share some other ideas with you. I'd like to learn a little bit about you. See what your thoughts are. Maybe we could come up with an idea that would help you. My name is Gary McCarty. I'm the Indie Wealth Coach. Look forward to meeting with you. My contact information is on the screen. I hope you subscribe to my blog, subscribe to my YouTube, learn a little bit, and let's see if we can't work together in the future ourselves. Thank you. You have a great day.